G'day friends, and welcome to our Anything Goes Saturday, where Robbie and I share a project or anything that we have in our stash, and we create a project with it. So today I'm still going to be playing with the Field Notes collection pack or card making kit from Uniquely Creative, and I'm not going to pull out all the papers, but we'll pull out the back, and we're going to be playing with this piece and that piece. It's like a wood grain, and then this one is lots of different, it's like a sky with a lot of different colours. Okay, so, and I think we may do a little bit of sponging, as well as I can't think of it now, doing our edges anyhow, distressing our edges, that's what I'm trying to say. So we'll grab our kit. So I've got lots of different pieces. So what we'll do first up is burnish along our scored line, hey? I always do both sides so that it's nice and sharp. Then we've got a piece of the paper, and I've got a couple of pieces of vanilla, and they're different sizes. So this one is going to go on here like that, and I think we will, just bear with me, I should have grabbed this before we started. I'm trying to grab some antique linen distressing. Actually, gathered twigs, it might be a little bit better. Let's try that, eh? Gathered twigs, see how we go. And we're going to get a sponge dauber. Okay, but first up, what I think we'll do now, will we distress these ones? No, let's just go around the edges of these, huh? We'll just go around the edges of our vanilla with gathered twigs. Let's see how that looks. I don't know whether I like that now. I need a darker colour, I think. What else have I got? Whoops. No. What about vintage photo, eh? Let's try that. That might be better. I'm pulling everything off here. I wanted a dark colour to go in, yeah, with that brown. We can always flip it over if it doesn't work, eh? Actually, let's flip it over now, because what I want is just the edges. It's always good that we've got both sides to play with. Now, in the description below, I will have a link to Robbie's project, so be sure to head on over to see what she's created today as well. That's a little bit better. Okay. Then I think what we'll do is distress these edges. I love distressed edges. This is a tool that I've had for a number of years. It's an old Stampin' Up one, but you can actually use a nail file, or if you have a distress tool, use that. You could also use your scissors to distress your edges as well. And you know what? I think I'm going to go back to my favourite, antique linen. I'm just going to take some of this ink off without changing my dobber. And we're just going to go over this. And I'm liking that better. I don't know why I changed my mind. I just love antique linen. It's my go-to colour when I distress, or ink when I distress. And I'm just going around the edges, just like that. Okay. Clean our desk. Okie dokie. Do you know what I'm gonna? I'll probably regret this. No, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not going to push my luck. So we're just going to glue this onto here. And I've just got a tiny edge showing, about 1/8 of an inch, which is probably about 0.3 centimetres. Then we'll put this onto our base card, eh? Making sure our base card, it's going to be covered up, is facing the right way. Now I've used, what's the colour? Misty Moonlight for this one, Stampin' Up. Then what we're going to do, so this is the piece of pattern paper that we're going to be playing with, and it looks like a stormy sky to me. I don't know whether that's what it's supposed to be or not, but and we're going to stick this like that, eh? So we're going to put a small amount of glue right on the edge of our frame. Now this frame is from the Creative Cuts. Actually, I think I might go this way. But you could always create a frame by placing two squares, rectangle dies on top of some cardstock and die cutting it. Okie dokie. So that's done. And I'm just quickly going to add, not that it needs it around this edge, because it's already a little bit distressed. Okay, and we're going to pop this up, eh? Now, if you didn't have a frame and you didn't want to do a frame, just do a square, or cut a square or a rectangle, and it will work the same way. There's nothing to say that you have to have a frame. Now, I was going to layer this onto a piece of vanilla, but I popped it up before I remembered, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't need it. Okay, I'm just going to put that there like that. I'm not happy with that, but it's what's done's done. So that's that. Then we're going to arrange all our bits and pieces. Now I've got a couple of creative cuts from a couple of shapes from the matching creative cuts, and that's them there. Okie dokie. These creative cuts go with the whole collection. So we're going to put this here. And I'm thinking we might put these here. Little map, so we can say that he's, the rider has, not sure of his way or has lost his way. Whatever. Okay, just like that. So let's pop this up. And then we'll create our cluster, eh? Now I had some minis here. And again, if you don't have what I'm using, use or create your own images by stamping and die cutting, or stamping and cutting your images out. Or you could even punch a couple of shapes out too. I'm just cutting this white section away. On here. There. Now I could go around the edges again with the sponge dauber, but these edges are already done, so we're not going to waste our time with that. So we'll put this here. We might just no, let's pop this up. Let's pop everything up, eh? Love a little bit of dimension. That can just go there. This can go over the top. So we only need one there and one here. Little bit of glue down the side, and that can go underneath the handle. Let's put it behind the tank as well, eh? And then I think I'm just going to pick this up a little bit, and I think that can go there like that. Yeah. So we'll pop this up along the top. Just along the top. Let's put a mini in the middle, eh? No, we want it all the way. Both. So I want to take this off here. And we're going to glue this bit onto our piece here. Just like, oops, a little bit too much glue there. Just like that. That will stick. We'll put something heavy on that. It's sticking anyhow. So that's our cluster done. Then what I think we'll do is grab a sentiment. Now this was the mini cut apart that come with the collection. It's a couple of different colours. We might do not that one. Not that one. Maybe that one. What about have an epic day? That can be anything then. Let's do that, eh? So we will chop this back a bit. Chop this side back a bit. I still don't like that back. I think I might redo that. We'll see how I feel when we finish. And let's put this across the bike like that, eh? What do you reckon? So that means I'm not going to sponge this. I'm going to leave that nice and clean, because if I change this section, I'm not going to sponge it. What am I looking for? Dimensional. Okay. And we will add a little bit of glue along here. Now don't forget, you can create your own cluster with what you have in your stash, eh? It doesn't have to be what I've used. So that can go across there like that. Then we've got some embellies, and these are the sage rhinestones, and we'll scatter a couple of these around, eh? Can be a boys or girls card, and we'll put one right there just to finish it off. We could have put one here, but I'm going to leave that. Put one right here, and we'll put one there, right? And that is our card for today. It may end up a little bit different once I have a play. Who knows? Who knows with me? But I'll have everything listed in the description below, as well as a link to Robbie's project as well. So thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Okay, see ya. Hooray.